Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC video. Again, I hope everyone's doing great today. I've got another interesting video for you guys today. Something I really find really interesting, and if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that I still believe BTC is in a bear market, and I'm actually comparing this market 2014, even though many people are comparing it to this fake top right here, which it clearly isn't. I'm comparing it to this real top, which is right here, and I'm gonna explain why if you haven't watched my previous videos. So as you can see, this is the BTC USD chart in 2014, and basically after we hit this all-time high in the Bitcoin price, we dropped to an all-time low, then tried to pump up, fake pump, and then dumped. Now, when this happened, one key thing that I found is that this 18 and 30 EMA almost crossed, same as here in our actual 2020-2021 BTC chart. So it's very similar. As you can see here, the EMAs almost crossed, they faked, pumped, and dumped. And here as well, EMAs they almost crossed as well, and now they're pumping as well. Same exact thing. Even the indicators, the squeeze, the MACD, the RSI, the stochastic, you can look at them. They're eerily similar to each other. And I've talked about this in my other videos, and you can go check them out. And just to tell you something about this 18 and 30 EMA, if you haven't watched my videos before, even in this fake top that people were calling BTC to be this similar to this 65K top, these 18 EMA and 30, they never actually came close to touching. Like, they barely came close to touching at all. And the squeeze indicator and the stochastics and the MACDs and everything was bullish at that time. So anyone with a brain there could have seen that this is a fake top and this is just a fake bottom basically. But I guess back in the day, TA was not that much understood or appreciated, but now actually it is. With that being said, so I'm comparing it to 2014. And why is this important? Why is the 18 and 30 EMA so important? Because actually every time they cross, it means end of bear market for sure, even though probably the bear market already ended, start of bear market for sure, even though the start could have started way before. For example, here in 2017 and 2018 bear market, actually the bear market started here at the local high, right? But no one noticed it till we crossed here. And after these 18 and 30 AMA crossed, it was over for a long time, as you can see as well. And in 2014 also the same thing happened. After they crossed, we entered bear market land for a long time, as you can see here. And we only started our bull run again when they crossed bullish again here, which is called a golden cross. And that's where the new bull market started again. So these two EMAs, I rarely see anyone talking about them for unknown reasons, which I know what they are, but these EMAs. I track the bear and bull markets using these EMAs. They haven't failed me once. If you go look at the charts, they never cross bearishly and not signal this bear market. Never. It's never even the 2019 fake top. They never crossed. They came close to touching, but they never crossed bearishly ever. So even in 2019, you would know that you're still in a bear market basically, and you will still know that this is a fake top using these EMAs, these 18 and 30 EMAs. Now, what I find interesting about this 18 and 30 EMA and this confluence with 2014 that we have in 2021 is that the squeeze indicator, which is a reliable indicator I use, and the other indicators that I use are pointing same time frame. So what's happening right here is the same as what's happening currently. So I decided to take a fractal of BTC in 2014 and I put it here in our right chart in 2021. And you can see the fractal is eerily similar. And this fractal, by the way, is in the weekly time frame. But you can see, like in front of you, look at this big pump. So I took it from here, from where the dump happened. I took it and I placed it, and look, big pump, another big pump, rejection at 47,000, another rejection at 47,000, breakdown, pump up, another try to climb up, cannot climb, and then descend to bear market land. And this is exactly what I'm thinking about and exactly what I've been talking about for a while. Why? Because if you go past in history, every time BTC reaches an all-time high, if you take your fib retracement from the all-time high to the all-time low that's happened after the high, right? You see that Bitcoin can never ever break the 0.382 fib ratio on the weekly time frame ever. And you can try this for 2017 as well. If you want, we can go to 2017 and try it live so you can see it happening. So I'm going to take my fib retracement level again, all-time high to bear market, not bear market, but to the low that happened after the high. And you can see that BTC can never close 2 consecutive weekly candles above the 0.382 ever. And you can go back in history also to 2011 and 2012. Actually, I think I have it placed already. It's so small. But yeah, you can go back to 2011 and 2010 and you can see it's the same thing. Fib retracement from all-time high to the low. Bitcoin can never break above 0.382 ratio on the weekly time frame ever. So what's happening now, or what's interesting about this, so as you can see, I'm just showing you facts in the charts. I'm not showing you anything new. Actually, if you take the fib retracement from the fake top, I'm gonna try this. If you take the fib retracement from the fake top, and you can see Bitcoin, here you go. So people who were calling this the real top back then and didn't know that it was the fake top, this is how you know that it was. It kept testing the 0.382 for a while till it pumped. And obviously the 18 and 30 EMA weren't even close to touching. Like, I wouldn't even consider this a real top back in the day. But just so you can see the power of the 0.382 level, like Bitcoin tried once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months to break it, but it broke it. And it wasn't reliable right here because the EMAs on the weekly, the 18 and 30 weren't even close to touching. Like, they were very far from touching. So, but yeah, you can see the power of this fib ratio that I'm using, the 0.382 and the 0.5 on these bear market, these bull run tops and uh, uh, bear market starts, if you want to call them. Now, the interesting thing is if you go to the Bitcoin chart on the right, which is our current Bitcoin chart, and if you draw the fib retracement from the all-time high to this our current low right here, which is around 28.9, I'm going to say, like this. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Even though Bitcoin in this fractal reaches 0.5, it breaks down again, tries to retest again, and can't hold and bear land, basically. Now, why 0.5? I am giving Bitcoin because people are saying this time it's different. This time it's different. I am giving Bitcoin to 0.5 fib ratio to close weekly candles above it, not below it. Everything between 0.382 and 0.5 fib ratio is danger zone for me. And you can see when I put the fractal, you can see how many times it tries to break it and it doesn't, and then bam, bear market. And obviously the EMAs will cross also by then, similar to here, if this plays out. Now, why didn't I give it 0.382? 0.382 is still in play, so it can also not make it this far. But I'm giving BTC the benefit of the doubt. I'm letting it have this extra rate, this extra margin to close about 0.5 because many people are preaching that this time is different. And because the weekly high right here is also the 0.5 ratio, and it's going to act as a strong resistance as well. So, here's my findings. I find it super interesting that this is happening with Bitcoin. But this is not it. There's still more. This is just the start. Bitcoin, for some unknown reasons, and I've noticed this a lot, it likes to do these U-shaped patterns where it does a bear flag, makes people think that it's going to go down, and then actually goes up. And the opposite is correct also. And I'm going to find them here for you live together so you can see them happening in front of you. It is always the same. It always has this this U pattern thing that plays out all the time, almost. And I'm gonna show you, and it comes in confluence with a fractal. And look at this here. There you go, U pattern, bear flag, and it pumps up. Let's try another one. Another one right here. You see, U pattern, as it's a bear flag, and it pumps up. You can see them, all of them. They all look like bear flags, but actually reverses happen. Bear flag, U pattern, pump. Bear flag, U pattern, pump. But the funny thing, look, bear flag, U pattern, pump. But the funny thing is when it pumps, it actually does the opposite as well. It dumps too. So you see, this is a perfect example. So look, bear flag, U pattern, bull flag, people expecting it to pump, bam, dump. U pattern again, people expecting it to dump again, bam, pump. It's like a reverse psychology type of thing that is happening in the market. Actually, it's very interesting for me as a TA, as an analyst, to see these patterns playing out all the time. Also, there was one back in this one. Oh, this everyone remembers this one right here, which is the huge dump to 47 from that big 10K drop over here. But look at this, perfect. Look, Bitcoin drops, bear flag. People say bear flag, bear flag, bear flag again. It drops again, forms another bear flag, bear flag, bear flag. People start calling bear flag. Bam, pump. Bam, bull flag, dump. Bam, bull flag, dump. So it's very interesting. And if you zoom out to the 1 week, chart, the Bitcoin 1 week chart, you can see that it's very, very interesting what is happening. Where's my chart? Oh, why am I in 2020? So yeah, you can see it's very this fractal is very interesting. Why? Because it's actually doing the same pattern. It's doing this bear flag. Oh, we're gonna go more down, and then it bam pumps, and it will do a bull flag. People were gonna think, oh, we're gonna go up more, and instead, no. What happens is we dump, and yeah, game over basically. Like this, another U pattern and dump. So these things are very interesting for me. They are not financial advice. They're my opinion, of course. They're just probabilities in the charts. I'm just showing you what the charts are showing me. And as a statistics person, as a probability guy, if you want to call it, I always tend to focus on the probability of things. And the probability that Bitcoin will do this U pattern again is very highly anticipated and likely. So what's probably going to happen is bam, bear flag, bull flag. And then people are going to call bull flag, bam, dump. Not to say it's not going to play out. Not to say it's not going to do another bull flag and go up to the moon. It can, but the percentage that Bitcoin has right now of doing this is very low, very, very low. For me, we've been in a bear market since this 65K top, and this breakdown confirms it. Never in BTC's life has this breakdown like this been bullish for Bitcoin. A gradual descent would be bullish as a healthy retracement, but these two huge weekly candles of almost 56% are not called bullish in a market. And you can go back in history and see it for yourself. Usually, if you see on the left chart, when Bitcoin is in a bear market, you start having these huge weekly candles, red candles happening all over. And when Bitcoin is in a bull market, you see the opposite, as you can see here. You have these huge green candles happening. You rarely have multiple weekly red candles. Very, very few. You have them, but not in this intensity that you have in the bear market right here. Similar to now. So now we have these two huge, and these down here, the reds are more than the greens basically, ladies and gentlemen. So it's up to you to decide whether we are in a bear market or bull market. For me, bear, till proven otherwise, till this fib ratio breaks out. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe so I can do more of these for you if you like them, and share the video with your friends. And thank you for watching. I'll see you again next week.